Howdy, everyone. All right, so if you've been following my videos on my channel, you know that the gear leg fairings are pretty much about finished or are finished. They just need to be fitted to the airplane, which requires having the airplane off the ground and level. Next step for me is going to be working on the wheel fairings, which again, those need to be fitted with the airplane off the ground. And you can see that my airplane is not off the ground, so I'm going to do those here next. I believe the wheel fairings and set up the gear leg fairings. But what I have done over the last couple of weeks, I've taken some time off and I've been out of town and things of that nature. The other thing that I have done is what you see here. So this is a project that I've had in mind for quite a long time, actually. Way back when I built these seat backs, I had thought about potentially doing what you see here. And I was getting kind of tired of fooling around with gear legs and fiberglass. I'm not a fan of jacking around with fiberglass, so I decided to take a little bit of a detour and do these lightning holes like you see here. I believe I've talked about my modified flaps. These are the flaps that hinge along the top of the seat backs, and those adjust the recline angle. The originals were too wide. Having them folded and having the seat reclined as far back as it could go, that recline position was too much. So I needed something in between. So I made these from scratch. And these are roughly 2 inches as compared to the originals, I think are 4, maybe more than that. But I've already talked about these, and again, I did the lightning holes. So now the seat backs are finished. This is the back side of the seats. Nothing really special. I have a limited set of flanging dies. So I just chose the die diameter that made the most sense in the different locations. So I've got 3 different sizes. I've got these here, which are the largest. These 4 here, which are a little bit smaller. And then all of these are all the same size, and these are the smallest ones. Like I said, I've got a limited selection of flanging dies. I just use the die as a guide. Whichever ones would fit in between these backbones, if you will. Whichever ones fit the best are the ones that I went with, and then I measured out spacing, drilled my holes, and then put the flanges in. So these are now done. Let me flip this one over so you can see the front side. So this is the side that the cushion actually leans on. Flanging is awesome, in my opinion. In this particular instance, there's nothing wrong with just having the drilled holes, right? But if you flange them, now there's a nice, around the perimeter of each hole, it's nice and smooth, and the bend obviously is inward. So it's nice and rounded and smooth. There's nothing here that the seat cushion could get caught on, or there's nothing to chafe on the seat cushion, because the flanges, like I said, are rolled away from the cushion. And they also add in some more rigidity to the seats. It's a little bit more robust with the flanges. Having the plain holes, I noticed that the seat got a little more flexible. Once I flanged them, that stiffness came back. So flanging is, in my opinion, is awesome. And it looks great. In my opinion, it looks so much better than just plain holes. But I understand people don't have flanging dies, so it's no big deal. It just means that my airplane's going to be better than yours. So, of course, I'm kidding. So I'm going to throw these back into the airplane. I'll take a few shots of these in the plane with the new flaps in place. And like I said, I think I got to figure out how to get this fuselage level so I can start working on the gear pants, or the wheel pants. So let me get a few things situated and I'll be right back. Stand by. So here are the seats in the airplane, obviously, and again, nothing too major, just measuring out where you want the holes, how many holes you want, and getting them drilled or stamped or however you can get them done. I did not do any weighing before and after, so I don't know what the total weight savings is by putting all these holes in the seat backs. I know there are people that have done that. I don't know what the actual weight savings is, but what's most important to me is the fact that there is some weight savings, so that's why I did it. Like I said, just doing normal holes is absolutely fine. That's usually what everybody does. I was just fortunate enough to have flanging dies, so I was able to flange mine. I like that better. Like I said, I think it looks the best, and it definitely adds some stiffness back into the seat backs, which I like. So that is now complete. And then, of course, I don't know if I can get in here, but those are the flaps in the back, on the top of the back of the seats, with, again, more holes and more flanges. So I think I will now attempt to get this airplane off of the ground and level. I might have to rearrange the shop a little bit to give me some room, but I need to get this fuselage, I need to get the main wheels off of the ground, the fuselage level, both longitudinal and, what is this one? Drawing a blank. What is that? Laterally? Anywho, the thing's got to be off the ground and level. So I got to figure that out, and then I can get cranking on these wheel pants. So I got to figure out some stuff. When I do, I'll come back and do some videotaping. So as always, thanks a lot for stopping by. I do appreciate the fact that I'm very slowly gathering subscribers. Thank you very much. And I do appreciate the comments. I do appreciate the emails. So keep it coming. And thanks again. I'll talk to you guys here shortly.